Well, it's fine. So these are kind of hard to do. It's hard to trim these things down, but I've tried really hard. And I've done a lot of these, and I don't mind saying it, it's not always easy, you know, shrinking it down. But this student has a lot in common with many of the others that we've recognized. Great grades, good personality, helpful, the whole package. But what makes this student so interesting is just that she is so interesting. Sometimes with outstanding people, we say they march to their own drummer. And in this case, it's more like a whole orchestra. This is not a student who feels she has to comment on every event or raise her hand every time she knows the answer, because usually she knows the answer. She does not necessarily compete for our attention, but when she turns it on, she can be one of the funniest people you'll know. Sixth graders, here's a tip for you. At this year's camp out, when the s'mores are being made and the stories get going, make sure you sit near this student. Last year, her retelling of a substitute teacher's stories about Bigfoot and traveling down the Mississippi River on a raft were epic. Stomachs were aching from the belly laughs, and marshmallows were in flames. She also writes her own material, stories that sometimes get described as being beyond her years, college level, and it's true. It's also true that this student appreciates what people do for her. A while back, I dug up a well-used copy of Robinson Crusoe. I'd spoken with her about it, how I thought it would be good extra reading for her history class. Weeks later, I found the book, and during a class activity when lots of discussion was going on, I walked by her table and put it down next to her. Now, I'm not making this next part up. She actually shrieked. "Oh boy, thank you!" That same day during lunch, sitting on the bench by the door, I saw her reading her new book. That's our student of the month, Brynna.